What if you? I don't know how my thing got this way, but shout to YouTube. They always fucking with my shit. I'm on live right now. I have no idea how YouTube decided to change my orientation, but shout to them. See that? Y'all hit that like button. Turn this TV down a little bit. Anyway, so more music. What up, Gil? Hermano, ¿cómo estás? Passport gang in the building. Good morning. Try not to miss no comments. You know I hate this vertical shit, but we already on it. By the way, you see that? Let me turn around. Y'all can see the New York Giants. New York Giants in the back. Trash. Whatever. New York Giants. You know we lit. Jonas was good. Yeah, I'm about to give y'all some information right now before we go into the joints. Terrence Hill, what's going on? So, I want to give my condolences and rest in peace to the brother John. I knew him very well. A lot of us did. He was at the bar damn every day when he was in town. Good dude. I don't know the situation of what happened. I know they're looking for the girl now. It's definitely a crazy situation. Shout to the homie who found him. Actually came to the bar afterward. And there's a lot of. I'm not gonna go too deep into it, but because we don't know what happened. Obviously, it's a situation with a chick, and he's no longer with us. So shout to him. Rest in peace to him. Condolences to his family. I'll leave it at that for right now. No one has any other information other than that. You know, I see all these, everybody jumps on. I don't jump on bandwagons. I don't care about none of this stuff. And by the way, shout to all you guys who watched the boxing match last night. Every business was open until 3 a.m. last night. You know, I saw some bum, and I called you a bum, YouTuber, put up that businesses closed at 12. Not the case. It's for you to watch his channel, or his bullshit ass channel. And if you got a problem, homie, you know where I'm at. Because I know where you at. The video that was posted is Villa Liberacion, the projects behind Lot Wignon by the airport. They were told business had to close at 12, which is considered Sosua, because the noise factor in the Calmados. All businesses last night at Sosua open to 3 a.m. All, including here. So don't believe bullshit ass YouTubers with their bullshit ass videos. There is no 12 o'clock curfew, none of that bullshit. And I'm about to give you the rundown of Sosua. So we're going to add the history of Sosua into today's video. My version and the actual, no, it's kind of the same version. But just the history of Sosua, so you guys understand how a lot of the stuff we're going through now has happened. A lot of the stuff that you guys think is, oh my God, it's the end of the world. We've been through this before. You know, so it is what it is. 1 second. Sophia Felix, how you doing, sis? Arthur, what's good? Von Brown, what up? Mad Max in the building. Passport again, yes, I'm surprised you ever heard about it. Yes, everybody's making videos about it. Homie Pat, well, while we were here watching football, it was talked about that a tourist got killed. My homie John from Utah, he was killed. Like I said, they're looking for the girl now. Great fight. I didn't get to watch the whole thing. I will watch the rest today. Every Sunday morning, I'm in the service. I appreciate the super chat, brother. 45 more days to Pumpkin Day. Angry Brush Drive, what up, schools? What's good? So look, y'all hit that like button. Okay. We're going to get started. Now, I wrote some of this stuff down. This is the history of Sosua. It's not debatable. I'm giving you history before I got here and while I was here, so we can keep it going. So I'm going to give you the way I did it is the eras of Sosua. All right. How you say it? BF before flip, AF after flip. So we got the refugee era. Any of you guys pay attention to history, which you probably don't. Jewish families were arrived during the war. They were brought over here to Sosua. Actually, Sosua, specifically, to have farms and dairies, and have the products, which is products. Sosua is still famous to this day, and that's from the original settlers here in Sosua. I want to say, if I can remember, someone told me the entire Hispaniola was where the Jewish settlers had the farms at. So the entire area, is Hispaniola with all the villas. That was the main area. Don't quote me on that. I was told that the history. I know I read it somewhere, but I'm not 100% sure. So that was in the 1940s to the 1960s. Okay, that was the refugee era when a lot of Jewish refugees came over here to Sosua. They were given land, et cetera, et cetera. The backpacker and discovery era. Now pay attention, because these eras going to get a little crazy. The word spreads about the beaches, beautiful beaches over here. Surfers, backpackers, hippies coming down. This is the 70s to the 80s. This is all BS before it flips. You get a few small hotels, guest houses, bars start popping up. Basically, this is starting to form Sosua's identity. So as you talk about Sosua, understand that we're talking about the 70s and 80s is when the beach became popular, the farm stuff started to get to the side, and it started to become a beach town. And there was bars, and there was hotels. 70s and 80s. I wasn't here. So it started to shift from the farms to a beach town. The 1990s, it's the expat and party boom era. 1990s. Think of that. Expat and party boom era. Europeans, Canadians, Americans all flood in to Sosua. It's weird. I thought it just started 10 years ago. Sosua becomes, they used to call it Little Germany. I also heard Little Russia as well. A lot of Russians and Germans here. An explosion of bars, discos, and nightlife. That's the 1990s. I thought Classico just opened 5 months ago. That's weird. The reputation for expat lifestyle and romance and wild nights. I'm going to say it again. The expat and party boom era, which is the 1990s. 1990s. This next era is the 2000s, the early 2000s. The Golden Wild Years. I actually did not title that. Sosua is worldwide famous and infamous. The best nightlife in the Caribbean type shit. Early 2000s. I got here 2006, 2007. The Golden Wild Years. I experienced it. Heavy tourist money, but also the seed of the stigma. The stigma of Sosua started in the early 2000s. So when all these people are running their fucking mouth, talking about how Sosua's gotten so bad, I always tell you, and shout out to my man Jay Diggs, shout out to a couple people that have been here for years, Sosua was way worse in the early 2000s. 10 times worse compared to what you see. But obviously it wasn't no social media. Let's get into the first cleanup wave. So the first cleanup in the 2000s, I believe it was between 2010, 2015, was when the first cleanup process started. So we're going 2010, 2015 is the first cleanup process. Now, as I talk, I'm gonna get to the comments in a minute. After this one, I'm gonna get to the comments. Tell me what your first time was, what era your first time was in Sosua, right? And does it match up with what I'm saying? So the first cleanup wave, the 2000s to the 2015, 2010, 2015, give or take. Government starts cracking down on the nightlife image. The push to bring in family tourism. Wait a minute, I thought they just started that. That started in 2010 and 2015? I thought they just started that. That's weird. Clubs close earlier. Some bars shut down. Sounds pretty much what's always been going on since I've been here. The expats grumble a little bit, but the town still is the town. So I'm gonna repeat that again. Government starts cracking down on nightlife, on the nightlife image, excuse me. The push to bring in family tourism, that was 2010 to 2015. We're in 225. Let me get to these comments before I get to the next era. One more. I don't know. It's just weird how this history just lines up with everything that's been going on over and over again. It's weird. Beans, what up? Like Muhammad Ali said, you can hit what you can't be seen. Here you go. Roderick Butterfield, Bermuda in the building. 2-9, what up with you? John Hill, what up? Roger said, looking forward to those rings in December. Definitely put up, brother. The Mimi channel, what up with the meme channel? I keep saying Mimi. The meme channel, what up? Douglas Anderson, what's good? Everybody hates D, what's up? Oh, y'all talking about the Jamaican? I don't know about that. He said bumper. School said 2012, facts. I blame Street Hood World. The niggas ruined everything. Remember, oh, you football, remember Street Hood World? Oh, you go back. CAB No Limit, what up? Jackson Jeter in the building. Blade Runner, what's good with you? Somebody had to be me since Sosua is done. Hey, if it's done, it's done, bro. Go to Colombia and hope you don't get drugged. Good luck. JD Raider, what up with you? Then my people was good. So y'all put in the chat what era you were here, what year you were first here, and if it matches up with what I'm saying. So after the first cleanup wave, 2010, 2015. The second wave. Now this was more like what I was told people, they kept saying, not that I didn't tell people, people kept saying the redevelopment push. The drunk uncle in the corner was like, they're gonna redevelop Sosua. This was 2016, 2019. More rules, limits on beach vendors, nightlife restrictions. Now, the nightlife restrictions I speak of, right? All the clubs could stay open till 6 back in the day. They started the Porta Plata Sosua Cabarete rules, I remember that clearly, which meant Monday through Thursday, you had to be closed at 1 or 2. I think it's 1 or 2. I think it's 2. Then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you can stay open to 3. Those rules came into effect. And you can look it up. It's actually the POP Sosua Cabarete rules. They were trying to slow down the nightlife in the whole Porta Plata. The talk of cleaning up Sosua Beach to attract investors, I put that more towards the 2010, but it's picking up steam. Gentrification starts creeping in, condos, resorts. That's what you guys said, gentrification. Now, the pandemic era. The pandemic era, obviously, we always do the pandemic. A lot of businesses were gone during the pandemic, didn't make it through the pandemic. Shout out to you guys, we made it. But when the country opened back up, it was party time. It was party time. Anybody who had COVID, it was madness. I can honestly say, as bad as COVID was for the world, it was madness in the Dominican Republic for a little while, right? So then we get to the post-pandemic era, which is post-pandemic 2022, right? The pandemic hit, like I said, nightlife shut down, tourism tanked. The recovery phase, new investors, government stricter than ever during the pandemic. They're very strict here, but they did very well with the pandemic. The current cleanup, closing certain spots, new police presence, focus on big developers. That's what you guys are saying. The debate, is Sosua losing its soul or just evolving again? Which Sosua do you know? I've given you the breakdown of all these eras. I've been through most of them. It's kind of the same thing over and over again. You know, the more things change, the more they stay the same, right? Let me catch up on the comments. Then my people, what up, though? Future said the Sue will never die. You already know, 215, what up, bro? Then my people said 2016, Rouse said 2016. Let's see this message somewhere. The Taticos dude, there was a few dudes doing porn, got ran about here. Von Brown said, damn, when was my first trip? Blade Runner, this is Sosua, this should be interesting. Roger said 2016. Gil said, I got to 2010 by word of mouth from a TSA agent before YouTube with Cuba Dave, I believe. I think it was around 2013 when they put up gates and the restaurants had tables on the street. Yep. Hawthorne said, good morning, Flip. You think Pedro Cassandial Rose's soul can rest now? The streets bearing the name has been cleansed. I guess. Not that they wasn't resting before, they did. I don't know why I said like that. I'm going to hell. Absolutely hated when they forced the windows to go up in the clubs and bars. Here's the funny part about that, right? So they wanted no more outside bars, no more typical type bars. They made everybody from the whole country, but it started in Santiago. They wanted the whole country glassed in, walled in, right? Fast forward 7 years, COVID hits. You cannot have a closed-in spot. You cannot have customers in a closed-in spot. Dominicans were pissed. They were like, wait a minute. You made us put up these windows 7 years ago. Now we can't have customers? So it was like, oh man, it was crazy. Nino said, what's the difference between Sosua and Punta Cana? Sosua is a smaller beach town. Punta Cana's got more resorts. Punta Cana's real, like super touristy. Vons, I definitely came right after the restrictions lifted after COVID. I missed the New Guard Hotel CB pool. Oh, oof, used to be lit. Blamer said, I'm post-pandemic traveler. Douglas Anderson, damn, blaming street hood world. I actually met, I know him. What's the difference between Sosua? A whole lot. Yeah, it is a lot, big difference. Oh, the pandemic was lit. They definitely made money off the COVID test. They did money off the COVID test. He said, I didn't know Sosua said, damn, 2024, all right, you here now. Dennis, we got President Black, brother. CAB said, talking about Shakira. My homie from Shadyville put me on as a Sosua and the creep cams. Now I hate creep cams. Yeah, look, it was lit. I ain't gonna lie, pandemic was lit. Carlos in 2014. Ace, what up with you? You definitely had to be there. Shout out to you, nephew. We're gonna see about this game today, yeah. I got married at Hotel Calibe. My reception was looking like a brothel. Jesus Christ. I'm glad I wasn't there. I'd hit half the bridesmaids. One thing I could say is Sosua has always been a place of reinvention. It's always been a place that changes. The more things change, the more they stay the same. We went from refugees to backpackers to expats to nightlife to redevelopments. You know, what are we doing? We've gone through so many different versions of Sosua. I've been through a lot of versions of Sosua. Some of you have only seen one version. It's always going to be new to somebody else. D. Will said 2013. Vaughn, the no outside bars was to cut the noise down. They were like, if I could take you places where you'd be on a block and it'd be madness. You got one bar competing with the other with the music, so it's just blasting everywhere. And they just wanted to, now after years of it being that way, they just decided to slow it down. That's all. Exactly, make up your mind. Yeah, they don't know what they want to do. Found Sosua randomly, stayed on the resort and Pop had a taxi driver drive me around. Took me to the Sosua, never stayed on the resort again. There you go. No, I don't think so. As far as I know, shout out to you. He said Tony Tiger's still in jail. Not that I know. He will say your daytime pool parties were the best. Hey, been doing this a long time. My parties were lit. Appreciate you. No bets for me today. I start betting next week. My older cousin Chris, shout out to Chris Dogan, told me about this place years ago. I'm just now realizing he wasn't exaggerating. Pandemic was lit. Curfew was crazy. September 2020. 15 days in the suit. I missed those Pico Floor days. Oh, remember the Pico Floor days? Hell, is the main reason why Mango started it 100%. Especially when y'all started mixing them together. My best homies take the trips to the Sosua all the time. Oh, youth football. Let me put you on about this Essence article. I'm trying to show the comment. I'm in New Orleans. Now, the Essence article was about Boca Chica. So I'm in New Orleans. And my cousin calls me. He goes, yo, where you at? I said, I'm in New Orleans at the fam house. He said, yo, you better find the Essence magazine. I said, what? So lo and behold, the mail just came. I'm in my ex-wife auntie crib. Lo and behold, the mail just came, like literally just came. So I go on the table and I snatch the Essence magazine and run to the bathroom. I'm like, what's up, bro? Like, what am I looking for? Are we in there? Like, what's going on? Are we in there? Like, I don't even know. He goes, nah, man, it's about DR. So I take the time to read it. And it's like the title, the title was wild, like Dominican Republic, Black Men's. It was some wild title. I don't remember. You gotta Google it. And I'm like, well, this is about Boca Chica, bro. Like, it was all about Boca Chica. I don't know about that. I ain't never been to Boca Chica. So yeah, it was a crazy situation. D-Latin drink is my favorite soup bar ever. Oh, I used to miss D-Latin. Douglas said 2014, 2015. There you go. Larry Banks, appreciate that super chat. He said just getting to the live. Do you still have? Yes, we still got tickets. Hit me up. Hit me up. Someone post my number. Hit me up. Shout out to Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday to you, my brother. Cuba face, dumbass blew up the. I mean, I guess. Lynn Johnson, what up? TF said the post-pandemic pimps ain't ish. Most of these new travelers, YouTubers after the pandemic, scammers. He said most of these dudes are scammers. That's funny. But Sosua's always changed. It's always changed. It's never been one way. You know, one of my biggest things is when people say, oh, there's so much construction. There was construction in my first trip. There was things going on since I've been coming here. So it's like, I know it's new to you, but I've seen it. Like, yeah, okay, no big deal, right? You know, thank you, Sophia. That's my number right there. Hit me up. Send me a text on the WhatsApp. I'll send you the information. You know, Sosua's always been a place that it changes, and the more it changes, the more it stays the same. It changes, it's normal. It changes, it's normal. You know what I'm saying? And when I say normal, meaning it's you know, you still enjoy yourself. I'll tell you one thing right now. Most people have canceled their trips. Most people have canceled their Airbnbs based off information of people who are not here. Based on information, because everyone that's here has a total different version and opinion of what's going on here. Every single person. Like I said, there's things I can't say online, I won't say online. But everyone who's here is like, man, this shit's dope. But it's the people who are not here who continuously have an outlook of a person who's sitting in Nebraska. Shout out to Nebraska, Terrence Crawford won. So they're listening to those people, not realizing that it's not what you think it is. Crystal's in Portobello. I used to wake the girls up. I used to go at 10 in the morning, ring the bell, wake the girls up. I used to love that shit. Yeah, but some people have, bro. Listen, there's been decent crowds coming in regardless, but some people have canceled. Seriously. Some people have canceled. And it's like, then one of the mans come down and they go, man, I shouldn't cancel. I'm like, well, I wouldn't tell you to cancel. I can only give you so much info. I can't be out here, make sure you come. I can't do all that. Can't do all that. I'm trying to put your comment up there. I won't. Didn't care what people said, wanted to see Sosua for myself. And that's a lot of people doing that. But there have been people that got canceled out of fear. And I get it. I mean, well, I don't get it. I'm never canceling a trip ever, and no matter where I go. That's like when that incident happened in Brazil, and I was going back a few weeks later. I wasn't canceling my trip a few weeks later. I don't care. I'm going right back to Brazil. You're not running me out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? And I don't live in fear. Like I'm not afraid of. You know, one thing about me when I travel, Paradise Life travel, my group travels, we don't do what everyone else does. If Club ABC is the club that everybody goes to, I'm gonna step in ABC. I'm gonna walk up in there and check it out. But I'm going to all the other spots that y'all don't go to anyway, because I gotta check shit out for myself. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you want to check out Club ABC because you heard so much about it. It's the place to be. Everybody goes there. That's great. But I want to check out the other spots. Al says, Sue, not the same, but not dead. Left Wednesday. Exactly. Sue now said 2015 for me when I ran into this washed up pimp from East Side. It was cool as fuck. Ronnie. One second. They used to come out like Chris Tucker and Jackie. Oh, man. He said he had not one issue. Yes, TF, we're working on that right now. Oh, Chocolate, remember him? I can't call no man Chocolate, no grown man Chocolate, but I remember him. Oh, Trav, we good. You know, knock on wood. You know, I can tell you like this, being honest and transparent, nobody's covering their bills. Not a single business in this town is covering their bills. Not even Hard Rock Cafe. No one's covering their bills. But yeah, all right. We'll be all right. You know, there's a lot of people. And I told you guys, if everybody just kept the shit going and flowing, everything would be good. But a lot of people got scared. A lot of scaredy cats ran to Colombia. Let's go to Colombia and get some pussy. A lot of scaredy cats ran to Colombia. So, you know, if you want me to throw a number out there from the eye test, just the eye test, I say we lost a good 15% in a few months of people that would normally be here, and that's a lot if you think about it. That's a lot. No one's benefiting from it. Not a single person benefiting from it. I'm just waiting to see what happens when that tax bill comes back. Because that tax bill, ooh. Yeah, travel so far, nobody closed. So far, nobody closed. Meet up. How you there, ella? Okay, porque ella es sola. Y chequea el mensaje aquí. Está bien, pero nadie chequea, solo chequear. Ellos cambian mi sistema.
Ya yo lo atendí.
I feel bad wanting a Hard Rock cake. Go get it. Trent, what's up? Happy Sunday to you. To the Eagles and Chiefs. As a person who was there mid-August, if brothers just come down like always, they'll have a good time. Like I said, if everybody come down normal, everybody gonna have a good time. Nobody here is complaining. Nobody here is complaining. Not a single person here is complaining. It's the people in Nebraska complaining. The people who are not here complaining. Everyone here is kicking it. It is what it is. Passport creep, that's not true at all. I won't even repeat that. All these rumors and stuff y'all hearing is bullshit. Someone just said there was a new rule about ATVs, a 2-week-old rule. I said, man, get the fuck out of here. Excuse me. Yeah, Blue Eyes definitely been jumping. Shout to them. That shit been lit. Remember I had a good crowd last night. I said the town is the town. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta adjust. If a motherfucker with a 5th grade education can adjust, you gotta look yourself in the mirror and say, why can't you? And here's the wild part. Shit's happening in Pattaya. Shit's happening in Colombia. Everybody's adjusting. So, you know, it is what it is. Daniel Chester, what up with you? No, there's no curfew, man. Where that come from? What damn curfew? Like I said, people just making shit up online. It's weird. Someone said a video of something closing at 12 o'clock. I said, that's not possible. That was in a specific neighborhood based on noise. The fight last night, FlipFlop was over to 2:30 in the morning. Everyone was over to 3 in the morning. There's no damn curfew, none of that shit, man. That's bullshit. People want your attention. They want to sell records. They want likes and views. But see, I'm not doing daily videos. I'm not doing none of that shit. I ain't got time for it. Guess what, guys? No, I ain't. Listen to me once, hear me one time. Listen, don't listen, move on. When you live in DR, you know the truth, not from Nebraska. That's the wild part. It's the people not here, or the phony YouTubers that don't even know what's going on, just stealing people's videos, reposting them, to say, yeah, I know what I'm talking about. I have no fucking idea what they're talking about. But I get it. It's clout chase time. Everyone got to chase clout. People should just listen to what you say for God's sake. Hey, not listen to me. The chicken guy's usually wrong, I heard. You live there and you would know better than anyone else. That's hard to understand about this. Hey, he said crazy bunch of bed bugs. Look, I was told the chicken guy don't know what he talking about. But meanwhile, in my DMs and in my messages, people hit me up every day, man, you was right. I'm like, yeah, you know, you ain't gotta listen to me, bro. I just actually be here. I don't know if you realize, but this is actually Sosua, Dominican Republic. I'm actually here. I actually walk around these streets. My kids actually run around and play. Like, I don't know, it's weird. Only reason some business is closed is because there's no business. Yeah, but the businesses that close will close for slow season. Nobody's closed so far, knock on wood. When I was there 2 weeks ago, they still had the girls. They just can't stand it. Yeah, like I said, at the end of the day, read the comments. The people who are here, you know, beach is lit. I saw people walking to the beach all morning long. It's a lot going on. But, you know, I gave you the history of Sosua. As much as things change, they go do what they do, right? CAB, Carlos is asking about Classical. Wait a minute, Carlos. We got somebody on that job right there for you. And all right, so let me get into yesterday's video because someone hit me up, and I think some of you misunderstood my video. I wasn't talking about just haters. It was a total misconception of what I was talking about. I was talking about the people, the haters, yes, but people who envy me and are jealous of what I do or how I live don't realize what I went through. And I'm gonna use a quote by my brother Bill. Shout out to Bill. He was here yesterday. We were actually talking about the video. The quote I should have used, and Bill said it, is for everything I've been through, there was a high price to pay. There was a price to be paid. A debt to be collected. A lot of y'all ain't built for that, for that price that I had to pay. Y'all can't afford that hefty price. So when you see how I live now, understand that there was a trials and tribulations I had to go through to get here before I ever got here. There was a price to be paid. I'm gonna use that. I took that from Bill. I told Bill I'm gonna use it. There was a price to be paid. And it was a hefty price. You know, so it's like, that's what I was referring to. Like, have people talk about me or dislike me, you should be applauding me. I survived. I'm still here. That's kind of why, like, I don't give a fuck when no one, like, my nonchalant attitude, I don't give a fuck when nobody say, give a fuck how nobody feel. I don't give a fuck if you don't be my friend, you don't want no wings, you don't want no tacos, whatever. You can't do nothing to me. You won't do nothing to me. You'll sit there and just be mad and point yourself in the mirror. I don't like that guy. I'm not gonna do nothing, so it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, I don't care about anyone's opinion of me. I don't care what people think of me. I'm not trying to please. I'm not coming to you saying, please be my friend. Please join Paradise. I got a group of you guys want to join. I don't give a fuck. We done kicked out over 20-something motherfuckers. Bye. And once we kicked out 20-something, we got another 30-something. Like, we're not doing all that. We're not doing all that. We're not doing none of that. We're not trying to be on some, well, not me at least. Hey, you guys be my buddies? Can you guys be my buddy? Be my buddy, please. Hey, Earn Money, you want to be my buddy? Vaughn, you my buddy? I stopped giving you my energy, telling the truth to fake ass YouTubers. You can't though, because they doing it for likes and views. Brian said, how can we support you? Just pull up to, get a reserve a seat at the bar, or reserve a table. Come through with some bull, bro. Hit me up. Stretch, what up? Dave, just left a little while ago.
I knew it was going to be hit and miss when I left out.
Yeah.
He said he got early.
Yeah, he came to me early this morning.
Oh, yeah. Well, I told him since the shitty-ass game was coming on, I'd come and watch the
I already know. We got a bunch of Cowboy fans coming in a little while. I already know.
Well, that's why I figured you let me come early. You ain't on, are you?
Yeah, I'm on y'all. You good? Don't worry. You good? I'm going to have some Cowboy fans talking shit in a minute anyway. He said, black people are always jealous. That's racist as fuck, bro. And men are jealous of each other. Men, it's not just black people. Black people just tend to try to tear each other down. So yeah, that's a super racist thing. That's the crazy part. Nobody hates on the struggles and risk and sacrifice. Let me read that again. Just Rush. That's the crazy part. Nobody hates on the struggles and risk and sacrifice. They hate when you finally reach the finish line. Ain't that weird? Ain't that weird? But also, they're not cheering you on during the struggles. They're watching to see if you actually make it. Tell you a story. I had a bar in POP. Some of you guys been there, 718 Siete Ocho. My first business in my actual first business that was mine. Small bar, small lounge in the circle of Chalos, DSC Says by La Serena. A lot of competition, big company. The gas station had a club. There was like four or five clubs in the circle area, right? I was probably the smallest. Packed every day, especially on weekends. And then I had the disco license. You could stay up to 6 in the morning. So if I had no clients at 11 o'clock, like some day, like a Monday or Tuesday be slow, if I didn't do karaoke or something, if I had 0 clients by 11, some people stop and get a drink and leave. But if I had no clients by 11 o'clock, when all Lifestyles, the resort's employees would get off, the bus would pull up right in front of the bar. And I'm flooded till 4 in the morning, right? With employees. They come from the job, they want to drink. They love to come to my spot. So there's a party one day, I think I did an all-black party or something. And there's this chick who I knew from Sosua, but I hadn't seen her in a long time. So she comes outside, she's sweating. I'm sitting outside. When it was packed, I always sit outside. And she goes, Greg, I gotta ask you a question. I'm like, what's up? She goes, who are you? I go, what do you mean? What do you mean by that? She goes, you're an American, and you have all these Dominicans in here partying in your spot. She goes, who are you? I go, I'm just Greg, who has all the Dominicans partying in my spot. After kicking it with Dominican business owners who actually put me on to some games, because I would always bring people to their businesses like I do now. Some of the business owners started stealing my ideas. No problem. I was flattered. So I had a special 2 liters of Brugal for 1,000 pesos before 11 p.m. That was to get you in early and get you drunk. No soda. I was the biggest soda salesman in POP. That was the trick. So one day, I get a phone call with my manager. She said, come around the corner. I said, what's up? She said, get around the corner right now. You got to see this. I go around the corner. The biggest bar in Puerto Plata at the time, who, I'm never leaving nameless, but I fucked with them, had a 15-foot sign on their wall with my special on. Brugal, extra viejo, 2 for 1,000 pesos before 11 p.m. They went further before 12 a.m. And I said, oh shit, that's crazy. My staff was mad. They said, look at this shit. I said, no, that's amazing. They're like, what do you mean, you're not mad? I said, no, I'm not mad. They feel I'm a threat to them. My little spot is a threat to them. They make more money on a rainy Tuesday than I make the whole weekend. So for them to feel threatened by my spot, that's what's up. I love it. I'm flattered. I'm so happy for them. And it took me talking to my staff like later on because they were confused. Why are you so happy? I was like, because that means I'm making noise. I'm making noise. Same as when I did this place. You guys said I had the best wings in DR. You guys. So I just took it and ran with it. For a period of time, like my second or third year, every business started putting the best wings on their walls outside their business. People were like, "You're not mad?" I said, "No, I'm flattered. I created something and everybody decided to follow suit." So instead of getting mad that people are copying you or people are trying to follow your wave, I enjoy it. I'm flattered. You're watching me, you're seeing what I'm doing, but can you do it like me? Same with I am the reason, besides Roomba, it's the only other business besides Roomba. I am the reason everyone has TVs in their business now. For you guys that have been here over 5 years, you know a lot of these businesses had no TVs in it. They had no TVs. They watched me do sports, and they ran and got TVs. But the problem is, I'm a sports guy. I'm an actual sports guy. I love sports. So you can have all the TVs you want. If you don't love sports and have sports on, random sports on, knowing that someone's gonna watch it, it's not the same. But like I said, I never was mad at people copying it, mad at people looking at me what I'm doing, because I'm flattered by it. Someone posted ATV ride to stop. Yeah, I saw that. Douglas, what's up? Free, say you remember the guy you called Elvis back in 2008? I don't know, bro. I know exactly what you're talking about. He said, "Cowboy Makai, junk food kid, what up with you?" Definitely hit that like button, y'all. But at the end of the day, the grind of getting that bar in Puerto Plata going. Oh, that's where most of my point. Excuse me, the Puerto Plata bar. I saw somebody I used to do business with. Someone really, at one point, was real important in this town. He was mad that I parted ways with him. He was kind of mad that I wanted to do my own thing, because I was like, I ain't feeling what you're doing. I just felt things were just not on the up and up, and later on, I was right. I'm not gonna say that they're not gonna throw them under the bus. I just felt they weren't on the up and up. So I went and did my own thing. I bumped into him in Puerto Plata. I was actually making some flyers. And he goes, "Yo, why would you open a bar on PLP, bro? You wild." Little did he know my shit was already lit. He goes, "You ain't gonna make no money out here. Dominicans ain't got no money." I said, "What?" I said, "Bro, you bugging. You should come by. You should come by. You should come by to my bar and check all the Dominicans out spending their money." I had tourists coming, but I was a Dominican bar. And every night, like I said, every night I was full. So he's like, "Man, whatever." So he sent some of his employees. His employees, they came in late. They couldn't get anywhere to sit. They had to stand up and drink. Word got back to him. He was like, "Oh, I heard you doing your thing. You told me I can't make it." At the end of the day, I never worried about what someone says. I'm going to do what I want to do. I believed in it. I felt it could work. I made it work. Philly Dom side, dude. Y'all names be crazy out here. So at the end of the day, like, with that business, I was told I shouldn't have done it. With this business, I was told I shouldn't have done it. But if I listen to people, I wouldn't be here right now. That also goes from my journey to your journey. My journey is doing what I want to do. Your journey is following what someone tells you should and shouldn't do. I don't hear about none of that. Like I said, I make my own decisions, live my own way, live my own means, how I want to do it. If you don't agree with it, cool. If you like it, applaud. But I'm never going to sit there and do the status quo and go by what everybody talks about. Everybody does. I don't want to be like everybody. You know what I mean? I don't want to, Glenn Johnson, I appreciate that, so that's why I bugs with you. I don't want to be like everybody. That was never, believe it or not, the only thing I ever wanted that other people wanted, or to be like, the other people wanted to be like, was a hell of a football player. I just wanted to be a good athlete. I made myself an athlete. That's the only thing I ever wanted, like, oh yeah, I want to be like that, I want to be fast, I want to be strong. I never wanted to be like anybody else in any facet of life except like football. I want to be a good football player. Other than that, you can't say I admired anybody. I admired people, excuse me. I wanted it to anybody's life. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I would watch and I'd be like, okay, cool, let me do my thing. Fade Away said any word of the Airbnbs. What you mean? Airbnbs are fine, bro. What you mean? Yeah, I never wanted to be like nobody. That was never my goal in life. You know, and this, let me state this so I don't miscommunicate to you guys. There's nothing wrong with being a follower. We need followers in this world. I just could never be that. I could never be led. Now, on the football field, my coach could lead me, the captains could lead me until I was the captain. But no one could lead me. I'm gonna see it from my own two eyes and do it my own way. You know what I'm saying? Show me, lead me in the right direction, but I can't follow you. You know what I'm saying? Unless following you is the way I need to go, cool. I can follow, but I'm not gonna be led. You know, if that makes sense what I just said. You know, so for me, it's just never been the type of be like everyone else. You know, I told you guys it's so hard being me. I can't picture being anyone else. Stonewall says, "Same, bro. I never wore other niggas' jerseys either." Growing up, you already know. Yes, we definitely got the coldest beers in the suit. Appreciate that. But that's also, like I said, the video about yesterday was mainly about your own journey. And how it's crazy. Me and Bill had a long conversation after the video, and how just finding your own journey, doing your own thing. And who can judge you? Who can tell you that your journey is wrong? It's your journey. It's not theirs. You know, for someone to tell you, all right, let's use this. Shout out my military people. For a military man to tell you, you shouldn't have done that, you should have went to the military 18, did this. That's what you did. That may not work for him. Maybe his path in life was going to college, getting a bullshit 9 to 5 for a while, figure out what they want to do, and then find their way. Everybody's journey is going to be different. All going to be different. Or I could definitely be guided. I listen. I'm a great listener. But I couldn't be led as far as someone saying, this is what we're going to do. Because I'm going to question it. Why are we doing this? I'm like a 5-year-old. Why are we doing this? What are we doing it for? What time are we doing it? What's going to be the outcome? Like, you know what I'm saying? I can't. You know what? By the time I get done with my questions, you're going to be like, man, go over there. Go over there. Go do your own thing. Because I'm going to ask a million questions. So that's what yesterday's live was really about. Just doing your own journey. And for people who feel a way about me, which I really don't give a fuck, I honestly don't. You haven't lived in my shoes, you haven't walked in my shoes. Like I said, at 20,000 subs, I got a story. How I'm gonna tell a story, I don't know. But the places I've been, the things I've seen, the shit I've been through. When I say I'm a child of chaos, you'll understand later. It makes a lot of sense. I come from chaos. And I'm used to it. You know what I'm saying? My thing is, I'm just happy to be here. Why worry about what someone else is talking about when I'm happy to be here? You know? You know, people be online, all this tough guy talk, texting talk. That's great. That's great. You know, but until you realize, like, people have tried to kill me before, like, real talk, I don't give a fuck what you're talking about. If you ain't never had an attempt in your life, don't talk to me. Like, so leave me alone. You know what I mean? People have literally tried to take me out before, so we're not the same. And I'm still here. So that's my biggest thing. Like, follow your journey. Don't let nobody tell you you're wrong. Don't let nobody judge you. Don't listen to the noise. People saying, oh, this. Because people gonna talk. People talk because there's air to breathe. Why not? You know, I call them mouth breathers. They just breathe. So they just start talking. You know what? I'm gonna start judging. Like, just for no reason. Kobe King said, you're not winning. Yeah, of course, 100%. All we do is win, you know. I never forget, shout out my man, Flocko Wayne. Shout out to Free Society, he was here yesterday. And big shout out to V Swell, too, that's my dude. He called me, checked on me yesterday. My man Flocko Wayne, was something that happened a couple years ago. And he said, man, can I ask you a question? I said, what's up? He said, why everybody mess with you, knowing you gonna win? I said, what you mean? He's like, bruh, they stayed trying to mess with you and you stay winning. That shit weird. You think after a while they just stop? I'm like, I don't know, bro. Cause I'm not gonna stop. I'm not gonna be like, oh man, they don't like me. Let me stop. Let me change my life. I don't give a damn about that shit. I think I think one second. Sorry, business calls at all times. Hey, brother, building. Hey, he got a jersey on. Hold on, look at the back. Look at the back. Look at the back of my shirt. Oh, yeah. I'll tell you the giant shirt. Yeah, I'll tell you the giant shirt. Big shout out to Bill right here, expat. Oh, first TV, Bill. First TV. Yep. Yeah, at the end of the day, y'all shit, your game about to start in a little while. I need you guys to go in the chat. I'll post it on the community center too. And give me a topic for Wednesday. Yeah, Cowboy. We going at it. Give me a topic for Wednesday. And we'll do a live early Wednesday. No, we'll do a live evening Wednesday. I'll do an evening live. I haven't done one in a while. And for you guys that don't know, yes, a tourist was murdered yesterday. A good friend of mine, John. Don't have too much info. Nobody does. Allegedly, a chick did something to him. There's a lot of information I was given yesterday, but rest in peace to him. Condolences to his family. Allegedly a chick did something to him, and he's no longer with us. Great dude. Knew him for years. A lot of the guys right here knew him for years, so it's cool as hell. Tony the Siberian, what made you first get into the mentality of leaving America? I was in the mentality of leaving New York. I lived in 5 different states, so yeah, 5 different states. I was in the mentality of leaving America, leaving New York. So I was all over the place. You was asleep for a while too. I was like, he had a long night, yeah. I didn't want to bother him. He had a long night. So I was leaving New York. So I was just leaving America. I think it was just the next step. I didn't have a passport. That was just the next step. It kind of wasn't my goal. I ain't gonna say it was my goal. It just kind of happened. Theo, what's up with you? See you in 2 weeks. Okay. Copa said I'll be there next month for Halloween weekend. Excited to try the food there. Appreciate it, brother. As far as I know, Mag is good. Yeah. Ain't good. Everything good over there. I'm gonna get Black Abdullah, what's up with you, brother? Shout out to you. And by the way, I will be starting the group for the guys in the all-inclusive. We only have 4 rooms left, so shout at me. Only 4 rooms left. Black Abdullah said peace and blessings. Great topic. Maybe you and Mama Flip can talk to my mother and thinking about relocating. We'll talk about that. Real talk. We'll talk about that. And make sure you hit me about the blue shirt. Hit me on the side because I'm about to put the shirt on there next week. LJ, what's good with you? It's a good shit. I've been coming down to 2015, so I caught the end of the gold era. Yeah, I mean, but here's the thing. Each era was good to the person that first got there, right? If you don't know my 2007, the person, when you came in 2015, when they came in 2020, doesn't know your 2015. Each era was just as good for that person. You know what I'm saying? Each era was good for that person. So I told everybody, like, if the newbies that were here last week, they were having a ball because this is their version. We can't tell them about our version because they can't see it. They got here in 2025. They know the 2025 version, which is dope. And they were having a ball. So you always got to go by the date you came. That's your version. I could tell you everything about mine, but you're not going to see my version. You're going to see the version that you got here on. And those newbies that came last week, they got the 2025 version. August 2025 version, they loved it. So you always got to remember that. Everyone's going to have a different version, and everyone's going to make the best of their version and have fun. So you guys stay tuned for more. I'm going to get out of here. In fact, you already know my 2020 was dope. Yeah. Hold on, you football. Wait a minute. We have to know each other. He said, let me read this comment. I ain't going nowhere. Hold on. You Football said, dudes thought you were running from a murder charge for the longest. We definitely know each other because that was the rumor. For years and years and years, I was running from a charge. I couldn't go back to the States. I couldn't go back to New York. That was the rumor for years. And when I found it, I said, what are y'all talking about? I was like, what? Why can't I go back? I just chose not to go back, like for a while. But they were like, he can't go, he's on the run for a murder. My man Dave just left. He just left, one of my best friends. I found out one of my other good friends was sharing the rumor. And he was like, Dave said, you won't believe it. Your man was telling people that shit too, that you can't go back to the States. I said, what? Like, I just chose not to go. It wasn't like I was running. I had a period of time I was chilling on a staycation. I decided, y'all come down here to visit me. I didn't feel like leaving. You Football, we definitely know each other because that rumor is old school. That's an old school rumor. We definitely know each other. Later on, when I started YouTube, it became I can't go to the States, I can't go to New York. Then I started going to New York to the States. They were like, oh, he can go. Maybe the charges would drop. I remember someone sent me a screenshot from one of your little chatty patty groups, and it said maybe the charges would drop. That's why he went back. Y'all got a wild imagination out here, man. I remember that, bro. People said I was gonna run for a murder. I swear to God. What's up with you, family? They said I was gonna run for a murder. Oh man, you brought back memories right there. Like I said, we definitely know each other because that was a rumor that was a while ago. That was some funny shit. Motherfucker just brought back some real memories on that one. Oh man, that's hilarious. They said I was on the run specifically for a murder. Here's the wild part. There were people that got arrested by Interpol, people got arrested by the feds that talked bad about me. And I was like, that's crazy. You accuse me of being on a run and here you go on a run? Pot me kettle.
I'm not too far right now.
I used to sit there and be like, how can you even talk bad about me knowing you got charged? Like, that's weird. Oh man, you gotta love this place though. The rumors I heard about me are amazing. But that's funny. I appreciate you bringing that up too. That was definitely one of the highlights of my life when I found out. I was like, for real? Deshaun's Sosua looking like Sosua, baby. Beautiful beach town in Dominican Republic. Hey, you Football, when I first heard it, they was like, yo, I gotta ask you something. I was like, what's up? My man was like, yo, you wanna run for a murder, homie? I was like, I am? Who'd I kill? He was like, yo, stop playing, man. I'm asking you a question. I was like, bruh, who'd I kill? Like, am I had to think about it. Am I gonna run for a murder? Did I forget something? Did I hit somebody with my car on the way to the airport? I don't even know. Like, I totally was like, this murder shit is crazy. What happened? B, what's up with you, brother? Yeah, I was told I killed. I was like, oh my God. I was thinking, I gotta turn myself in. I was gonna see if there was a reward. Like, is there a reward? Maybe I can give it to somebody, give it to my kids. I don't know. Turn myself in. Shit crazy. Oh, that was fun. I needed that. That was funny. That was definitely a highlight down there, especially when I found out people I knew were spreading that rumor. Anyway, you guys stay tuned for more. I'm gonna get ready for some football. You know, the Giants and Cowboys playing. Mind blown. I appreciate all y'all. Go back and rewind the history of Sosua. Watch it again. I gave you guys a breakdown. You guys can put down when you first came here if it lined up with my timeline. I'm MrFlipFlop. I have not murdered anybody in the past 46 years. Now, I might have murdered your girl in the bed. That's about it. I'm joking. Probably not. Stay tuned for more. I'm out.